Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today our group will be presenting about the currency complement and fiat money, a comparative study of currency. My name is Muhammad Zikor Nazmi. I will start with the introduction. A complementary currency is a currency or a medium of exchange that is not necessarily a national currency, but that is thought of as supplementing or complementing a national currencies. Fiat money is a government-issued currency that is not backed by a physical commodity, such as gold and silver, but rather by a government that is issuing it. The value of fiat money is derived from the relationship between the supply and demand and the stability of the issuing government. Now we go to the research background. The complementary currency has a different term used that refer to the term of complementary currencies such as alternative and commodity currencies. Complementary currencies are an agreement use something else rather than legal tendency. And in example, national money as a medium exchange with the purpose to link unmet needs with otherwise unused resources. And for the fiat money is a natural question that has been arise why people is coordinate on the use of various pieces of paper as a money. A possible answer to this question is that this object has intrinsic properties, namely storability, homogeneity, durability, which make them better candidates to be used as money.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nasir Hakimi bin Zulkifli. Okay, we go to the next slide. Purpose of complement currency. Complement currency are being developed by the various community around the world. This is a response to the short term and weakness of the conventional currency system of fiat money. First, diversifying the function and role of the money. Complement currency can be used to perform non-commercial functions such as environmental conversion and education and many other functions social. Second, protect the local economy and stronger the community. Complement currency are only circulate within specific community and used for the specific purpose. This is ensure that the money does not flow out of the community to boost the local economy and strengthen the community. Next, to help economy development. The complementary currency system can create a variety of the currency system that support each other. It can help an economy to survive specific in the time of crisis economy. Last, to cultivate a new value. Limited money in the conventional currency system include a negative value that promote unhealthy relationship and competition. A complementary currency can still new values such as fostering a spirit of cooperation, mutual respect.
Okay, next we move to type of complementary currency. Firstly, I want to introduce myself. My name is Nik Muhammad Arif bin Muhammad Ghazali. Okay, next, firstly, type of complementary currency. Complement currency describe a wide group of exchange system, currency or script, designed to be used in combination with standard currencies or other complementary currencies. Next, can be value and exchange in relationship to national currencies, but also function as media of exchange on their own. Complementary currencies lie outside the nationally defined legal realm of legal tender and are not used as such. Rate of exchange, scope of circulation, and use in combination with other currencies differs greatly between complementary currency system, as is the case with national currency system. Third, some complementary currencies incorporate value scales based on time or the backing of real resources such as gold, oil, services, and many more. A time-based currency is valued by the time required to perform a service in hours, notwithstanding the potential market value of the service. Next, the type of complementary currency is another type of complementary monetary system is the barter. An exchange of specific goods or services is performed without the use of any currency. In 1982, the most widespread auxiliary currency system, the local exchange trading system, LETS, was created. It regulates the exchange of goods and services between the members of the corporate. Example for an investment system of complementary currency are not for example, for an investment system of complementary currency, the automatic social financial network (ASFN) and the international crowd sourcing and crowdfunding community Evolution RA, whose members use their own complementary virtual currency, yakni CyberGo. Introductory fee paid by the new association members is subsequently directed toward investment in a variety of commercial projects. Next, some complementary currencies take advantage of demurrage fees and intentional devaluation of the currencies over time, like negative interest. This stimulate market exchange in the devaluating currency, propagate new participants in the currency system, and force the storage of wealth. Ability usually reserve for currency into more permanent and better value holding tools like property improvement, education, technology, healthy, equity, security, and many more. All of which are sheltered from the currency-based demurrage fees. Okay, next, other experimental complementary currencies use high interest fees to promote heavy competition between participants and the removal of wealth from long-term wealth holding structure such as natural or material wealth or property to aid in the process of rapid industrialization, mass production, automation, and competition innovation. Next, monetary speculation and gambling are usually outside the design parameters of complementary currencies. Complementary currencies are often intentionally restricted in their regional spread, time of validity, or sector of use, and may require a membership of participating individuals or point of acceptance. Next, some complementary currencies which are regional or global, such as the community exchange system in bracket CES, WIR, and friendly favors of the proposed global currencies Terra. Next, a community currencies is a type of complementary currency that has the explicit aim to support and build more equal, connected, and sustainable societies, and also they are designed to be used by a specific group. One of the most famous, for example, of complementary currencies from the Shiraz region of Massachusetts is the Backshares set up as an experiment by a non-profit organization to encourage local spending and investment. More than 400 business now accept them. Backshares have been called a community currencies, which can be considered a subcategory beneath complementary currencies. Uh, Finally, these complementary currencies are explicitly aimed to supporting a regional economy, whether simply for regional development of or larger goals such as reducing the carbon footprint that comes with shipping goods across the country or the world. Okay, next we move to the types of complementary currency. Other example of complementary currency can include cap and trade system for regulating carbon. The European government, for example, issue carbon credit, which companies purchase for the ability to emit carbon legally. A market has grown for the selling of excess credit between industries. This carbon credit thus become a complementary currency. Regulators work to set the price of this currency such that it encourage companies to reduce their carbon emissions in line with government target. Next, complementary currencies can also be time or scale based, formalizing a barter system or directing community effort to areas of great need. The Fourier Kipu complementary currency was started in Japan to encourage people to assist seniors in their communities in return for transferable credit that can be exchanged for the time of others in the system. The Fourier Kipu system has spread to other parts of Asia where caring for a growing population is a serious issue.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zuhair bin Zulkifli. Today I would like to present about the roles of currency complement. As known, there are several roles of currency complement. One of their roles is diversifying the functions and the roles of money. As known, the conventional currency system reduce the public relations to commercial interaction alone. So, the complementary currency can be used to perform non-commercial functions such as environmental conservation, elderly welfare, education, and many other social functions. For example, Fourier Kipu is the Japanese complementary currency. It used to provide the personal service, especially to the elderly. Therefore, their roles for diversifying the functions and the roles of money is tools for solving the social problems. Okay. Secondly, is establish an economy free system, which is riba. Okay, the practice of riba is prohibited in Islam, where Allah Subhanahu wa Taala had mentioned it in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 275, state that Allah allows the sale and forbid the riba. So riba forbid the riba. Riba is prohibited and forcing the economy to continue to grow as new debts need to be created to allow the old debts to settle, where wealth is centered in the wealthy minority. So the currency complementary currencies can be the platform for lending or interest-free transactions and financing, because it did not support the use of unsustainable resources and instead seek to increase the natural capital. Okay, thirdly is establish the new values. The complementary currency can inculcate the new values such as fostering a spirit of cooperation and mutual support. We can see that the conventional system apply the practice of riba that have the negative values, where they promote the unhealthy relationship and cooperation and competition. Therefore, the complementary currency system has brought the potential towards the development of a currency system that prioritize the social values over commercial values and can address the weakness of conventional system. Okay, fourth is protect the local economy and strengthen the community. Conventional conventional currency system are exposed to various forms of abuse and volatility or instability. So the function of currency complementary is that it only circulates within a community and is used for a specific purpose. The currency complementary promotes the cooperation among the economic players without prior trade relations and strengthens the existing cooperation. So it creates a better environment for innovation and development. Okay, fifth is assist the development of a sustainable and resilient economy. The complementary currency can create a variety of currency system that support each other, which can help an economy to survive, especially in times of crisis. So, the complementary currency can be a tool for economic and social change. It stimulates the exchange of individual and company goods. Therefore, additional trade methods can contribute to a strong and resilient economy. Okay, for the next part, is it Bitcoin a complementary currency? Okay, generally, Bitcoin act as money in electronic payment system in which a computer network and not a single third party intermediary verifies the transactions. So Bitcoin has the potential to act as an alternative form of money that works well compared to the existing money. Uh, this system does not require the government support or the involvement of intermediaries such as banks. Okay, so this electronic payment system allows the individuals to create the accounts with names that only account holders know. Okay, so Bitcoin can avoid the cost of sending money internationally, which generally involves more mediation than domestic transfer by using the internet. But however, we should know that the Bitcoin is not compatible with the alternative currencies. This is because Bitcoin have criminals and terrorists that tend to do the business with cash and save the cash as an asset rather than using the financial intermediaries such as banks, because the cash is unknown. So this method will allow them to avoid the having the contact with financial institutions. They want to hide their financial affairs from the authorities. So Bitcoin can also be referred to as the Silk Road because it used in internet-based illegal drug markets. Therefore, Bitcoin is not a complementary currency as it contradicts and with the principle of the complementary currency.
Okay, we go to the next slide. List of the complementary currency available in some country of the world. Like Dina Kelantan use in Malaysia, and it is active from the year 2006 until now. For the bistro pound used in United Kingdom from the 2009 until now. For the Calgary dollar used in Canada country, and it is active from the year 1995 until now. For the aura used in country South America from the year 2004 until now. For the tumin used in Mexico, it is active from the year 2010 until now. And last, Ikea House used the United States. It is active from the year 1991 until now.
Next, we go to my part. My part is legal tender of complementary currency and fiat money. As we can see in the slide, complementary currency is not a legal tender, and only through agreement of both parties. As we know, complementary currency is like is virtual currency like Bitcoin and something like that. Then it will only use when the both parties that want to do a transaction agree to use complementary currency. Fiat money is need a legal tender to be approved by government. As we can see that Malaysia using a ringgit Malaysia at to trade. The government will print out their money for the trade. The value will be determined by government, which is like can we see in Indonesia they use rupiah, they use 1,000, 2,000, but in Malaysia we use 1 ringgit, 2 ringgit, and the value of fiat money will be internationally will be determined by the number of import and export of the country.
Okay, we go to the next slide. Type of different currency complement and fiat money. The Kelantan dinar is the currency issued by the Kelantan state government in the line with the Islamic gold dinar concept. Kelantan dinar are available only on coin compared to Malaysia fiat currency, use coin and paper money. Kelantan dinar was sold out quickly with many buyers seeing the gold dinar as a better option than fiat money. Next, bistro pound. Bistro pound account holder can convert bistro pound to pound sterling at 1 ratio of the bistro pound to the 1 pound sterling. 1 pound sterling and 1 bistro pound. Bistro pound is the first city in the United Kingdom where tax and business rate can be paid by bistro pound. Bistro pound sterling, bistro pound can also be used in paper and electronic. Next, the Calgary dollar is printed on plastic in the same size as dollar Canada. In the year 2018, Calgary dollar launched a digital component with a new online listing platform app for the Android and iOS and a new website. Next, for the aura in South Africa, it is not printed in denomination of 10, 20, 50, 100 and 200 aura. This is the contrast to the this is different from the Canada dollar printed 8, 5, 10, 20, 50 and 100. In addition to Iranian, this currency is also accepted in several surrounding cities.
Next, we go to disadvantages of complementary currency and fiat money. There are three in the slide. We go first. First, we go through the complementary currency. We can see there are three. First, local currencies which cannot be spent outside the community and have limited use. Second, the lack of directly usable data, and third, exists in a legal vacuum. Local currencies which cannot be spent outside the community have limited data, have limited use is complementary currency is promoted as local currency which they cannot be spent outside the community and it have limited use. It can only use temporarily. Lengthy use of a local currency will ultimately result in a decline of economic activity, and it will lead to destabilization of the economy. This is due to increase of circulation velocity of the money as the amount in circulation decrease. Second, the lack of directly usable data. There is an important diversity of contexts that give rise to complementary currencies and of socioeconomic profiles of the actors involved and the logics. They are differing in their political and ideology basis, theoretical reasoning, modes of governance, the material of the currency, and their connection with the official currency system. Third, exists in legal vacuum. Complementary currency is often in a gray zone in legislation. They do not enjoy legal recognition of their status as money and as a legal tender. Absence of legal recognition has not precluded, in some cases, recognition of social utility, such as the case of Community Development Bank that happened in Brazil, which are recognized as instruments that can be used in the struggle against poverty and exclusion. Their legal framework is currently being worked out or is being discussed. For the time being, however, there is no regulation framework into which they fit or that recognize their specificity. Next, we go to fiat money. Disadvantage of fiat money. There are 3 points. The unlimited ability of governments to print out money whenever they want. Second, fiat currencies will always lose value over time. Third, fiat money always has the potential to drop to zero value. We go to the first point. This gives the first point is the limited ability of government, the unlimited ability of governments to print out the money whenever they want. This gives the government the ability to steal resources from the people, even when they refuse to be taxed. They just inflate the currency slightly and buy what day one before the price go up. Second point, fiat currencies will always lose value over time. As we know, every year a bunch of new money is printed in order to replace all the bills that have been taken out of circulation due to the bills that have been destroyed or lost. But they usually will print more than what is actually needed. Thus, the available currency constantly expands. Also, as was mentioned before, how can greedy, fallible human beings resist printing up wealth and dropping it on their laps? Third point is fiat money always has the potential to drop to zero value. Since the paper has no value in itself, the paper can be inevitably will lose all the value. This means that if you save money for your retirement, the purchasing power of that money will have decreased significantly by the time your retirement. It will forcing you to invest even if you have a little or no experience in that field. Once the currency drops to little or zero value, the economy and everyone in it will be completely ruined.
Okay, next we move to benefit of fiat money. Firstly, the stability of its value. The use of fiat money become popular in the 20th century as government and banks move in to protect their economies from the frequent bursts of the business cycle. Commodity-based currencies will volatile due to the regular business cycle and periodic recessions. The central bank can print a whole paper money as they may need, giving them greater control over the money supply, interest rate, and liquidity. For example, the Federal Reserve control over money supply and demand enable it to manage the financial crisis of 2008 from causing greater harm to the US financial system and global economy. Next, improve the economy of the country because complementary currency one of the alternatives to because fiat money are one of the alternatives to improve the economy. Next, we move to benefit complementary currency. Firstly, to promote resilience in the community, protecting it against the destructive instability of the global market. Secondly, it make us more mindful when we make a purchase and enhance our economy knowledge of the goods and services available.
For the next part, acceptance by society. Okay, generally, the complementary currency promoting an anonymous market to members of the community. They can form the social groups which can be evaluated as unique qualities in the society. So membership in the community also can contribute to the sense of unity and need for the social identity for each member. Okay, since 1980s, the complementary currency has been attracting more and more attention and growing apace in both developed and developing economies. Some 3,500 to 4,500 systems have so far been recorded in more than 50 countries. So, in this presentation, I want to state about some the countries on different continents like Africa, Latin America, North America, Asia, and Europe, where people receive their complementary currencies as the part of their lives. So, firstly is in Kenya. the continents of Africa, which the type of complementary currency used is eco pesa. Okay, this currency is used to reduce the poverty and support the environmental conservation in slum area of Kongowea, Mombasa district in Kenya. So the residents can get EcoPesa by being a part of a network business or participating in the community events. When they sign up for a local business network, they can exchange their EcoPesa vouchers for Kenyan national currency coins. Okay, secondly is in Australia, the continent of Oceania, the type of complementary currency used is Baron dollar. So the Baron dollar was launched as a complementary currency in August 2009. It can be redeemed for goods or service within the Black Kells Range and Sunshine Coast hinterland in Queensland, Australia. Actually, this complementary currency acts such as a gift certificate or voucher payments to support the local economy and raise the awareness of their need to buy the locally goods. Okay, thirdly is in Argentina, the continent of Latin America. The type of complementary currency used is Credito. You know what? Credito was created as a local currency on 1 May 1995 in Bernal, the province of Buenos Aires, Argentina. It is used by the sale of the garage, which is the first market of many neighbor bartenders that appeared in Argentina during the economic crisis. Okay, fourth is in Canada, the continent of North America. The type of complementary currency used is Calgary dollars. You know what? Calgary dollar is the local currency in Calgary, Alberta, and Canada. So the currency serves as a tool for a community economy development as well as a focus on community development. Okay, next is in Japan, the continent of Asia. The type of complementary currency used is Furyu Kipu. As known, Furyu Kipu is a Japanese sectorial currency that created in 1995 by the Sawayaka Welfare Foundation. The goal is for people to get the credit for helping the elderly in their community. Okay, then in Netherlands, the continents of Europe, the type of complementary currency used is coin. Coin is a pioneering social enterprise based in Amsterdam, where it provides a broad range of services for all aspects of community currency creation and active worldwide. So, Coin has assist the public authorities, business, financial institution, NGO, and citizen in using the community currencies as instrument to achieve the sustainable economic activity, social progress, and ecological balance since 1998. Okay, for overall, we can see that the positive feedback among the society towards the complementary currency. So, this shows us that the rules of complementary currency can be applied by the community in order to protect the local economy and strengthen the community.
Now we will be discussing about the impact of these two types of currencies. Firstly, we will be discussing about the impact of complementary currencies. It is a relational subjects and goods that arise as a function of relationship with others. Adopting complementary currencies as instruments contribute to making the local community more robust. Second, it established themselves as not-for-profit organizations and support their services with a credit union, a finance cooperative controlled by its member and operating for the purpose of providing credit at competitive rates. Now, about the impact of the fiat money. Firstly, the central features of the fiat money system is that it tends to produce near permanent price inflation. This contrasts with the workings of an economy based on natural monies such as gold and silver. Here, the price level tend to stay flat over the long run and decline, especially in the presence of vigorous economic growth. Secondly, fiat money allow government to take out loans to an unlimited extent because fiat money by definition can be produced without limitation, without commercial limitation and technological limitation, and can be produced in whatever amount is desired. In this way, the government benefit from the support of the central bank, which is to be expected because the central bank itself depends on the legal framework of monopoly provided by the government. Now, we will be discussing about the implication of complementary currency. Complementary currency system complements the official currency with a view to accounting for and regulating exchange of goods and services in a local space. Despite the topicality and the number of these complementary currencies, the large majority of economists seems to pay marginal attention to them. For the implication of fiat currency is a liberating a popular backed government can always purchase whatever goods and services are available for a sale in its own currency. Fiat currency enables a system in which, in principle, the government is constrained only by the real resources and the political desires of the community. For this principle to be fully into practice, there needs to be democratic accountability. At the moment, the implication is not widely understood, but if the realization ever hits, we will understand that in a fiat money currency system, the only true constraint is the availability of resources that we are free as a society to utilize these resources as we can see fit and may continue to do so into the future as we can embrace environmentally sustainable ways to exercising this freedom.
As the conclusion, both fiat money and complementary currency is not a real money. Then there will be always an issue on them. That's all from us. Thank you.